Okay, here's a fun question. What do you think the most used tool is in all of filmmaking? In all of video, what do you think the most used tool is out of everything? It's not a camera. It's not a microphone. It's not the lights either. In fact, it's right over there. And you probably have one too. Welcome back to Friend Films. I'm Nick Friend. If you're new here, thanks for hanging out. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I put out a new video every single week. Right. The most used tool in filmmaking. Writers write with it. Editors use it for shortcuts when they're editing videos. Producers and directors make notes on projects that they're working on. YouTube commenters leave comments below videos just like this one to tell the creators how good or how bad they're doing. That's right. We are talking about the keyboard. Probably not what you expected. The most used and in many cases most important tool that a filmmaker can use is the keyboard. And it seems a little bit surprising. I was surprised too when I kind of came to this realization until I really thought about it. Because in one iteration or another, the keyboard has been with us for 150 years. The keyboard actually predates motion picture of any kind by 20 years. So the keyboard is actually older than video itself. Today's digital economy is dictated almost exclusively by what you do with this tool. More time is spent with your keyboard than anything else. In fact, for a lot of us, more time is spent with your keyboard than with your phone. Odds are there's a keyboard in front of you right now. And with something like that you would use that often and with that much consistency, for me at least, it's important for that specific tool to be as good as I can possibly have it. So getting a high quality keyboard is sort of a no-brainer. I use it every single day. Why would I not want to enjoy the experience of using it? To try to make sure that that happens, I went and got a mechanical keyboard. Specifically, I got the Keychron K6. Now, I'm not a mechanical keyboard expert, but this specific keyboard looked like it was checking all of the boxes that I needed from a high quality set of keys. If you have a favorite mechanical keyboard, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. The one that I got has an aluminum chassis and has very clicky and tactile keys on it. Cool thing about mechanical keyboards though is that you can completely customize the experience of how it feels to use the product. Like if you're the type that really slams down on your keys when you're typing, you can get a switch that gives you more resistance and thereby gives you a lot more feedback when typing. Or if you're the kind of typist that likes a smoother key so that you have a little bit more of a seamless feel when you're using your keyboard, you can get keys that give you that exact feeling. And that doesn't even begin to go into all the different color options and designs and fonts that you can have on the keys themselves. You can even augment the typing experience by setting the mood with RGB lighting. And you can use something as simple as just a white backlight for the keys all the way down to certain RGB effects that will help set the mood for the kind of writing that you're trying to do. There's also tons of different sizes and shapes and designs for mechanical keyboards. You can get ergonomic ones, long ones, short ones. You can even get some keyboards that have equal size keys for every single function, which I have to assume would take some considerable getting used to. It just looks like a nightmare. But you know, hey, that's what you're into, then go for it. There truly is an endless amount of customization that you can do to something as simple as a keyboard. But for me, I kept it nice and basic and just got a simple palm rest. Now, the idea behind getting a nicer mechanical keyboard is simply to get the tools out of the way of the creative process. That's a really big thing for me. A good tool is a tool that I don't notice when I'm using it. And this keyboard does that. And it does it surprisingly well. Not having to focus at all on the typing experience genuinely does streamline my entire performance on a computer. And it actually really does get out of the way of my brain being able to work faster when coming up with ideas for instance, YouTube videos. Like I said, there's a million different ways to customize a mechanical keyboard. And if that's something that you want to take the plunge on, I have a bunch of links below for some really solid resources that I use to try to come to my decision. Just to be clear, this video is not sponsored by Keychron or any other mechanical keyboard manufacturer, but Keychron, if you're listening, I would love to send some very well-typed emails between each other. That's all I got this week. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, subscribe. If you really liked it, leave a comment below. I will see you next time. Peace.